You are pouring one of the most powerful substances on earth onto your salad. That $2 bottle of white vinegar sitting in your kitchen right now, it has been quietly treating disease, erasing rust, fixing skin, and cooking restaurant-quality food in Chinese households for over 3,000 years. Modern science is only just catching up to what grandmothers in Fujian already knew. Here are 43 white vinegar hacks that will permanently change how you see this bottle. 43. The fluffy rice secret. Add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar to your rice cooking water before turning on the heat. The acetic acid lightly breaks down the outer starch coating on each grain, keeping them beautifully separated instead of clumping. The acid fully evaporates during cooking. You taste nothing. You get restaurant-quality rice every single time. 42. Instant egg peeling. Add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar to your boiling water. The vinegar penetrates the porous eggshell and softens the inner membrane, so the shell slides off in clean, satisfying sheets instead of frustrating little shards. Life-changing for anyone making Chinese braised eggs or a big batch of tea eggs. 41. Silky stir-fry meat. Add just half a teaspoon of white vinegar to your meat marinade. The acid begins dismantling tough connective tissue and muscle fibers in cheaper cuts of beef or pork within 20 minutes. Combine it with cornstarch and soy sauce. You will never bite into chewy stir-fry again. 40. The fruit Washington. Mix 1 cup of white vinegar with 3 cups of cold water. Soak your berries, grapes, or soft fruit for 5 minutes. The vinegar dissolves pesticide residues and eliminates surface bacteria far more effectively than plain water. Rinse clean afterward, and your fruit will stay fresh noticeably longer. 39. Fishy smell, gone in seconds. Place a small bowl with 2 tablespoons of white vinegar near your stove while steaming fish, or add a splash directly to the steamer water. The acetic acid molecules in the air bond with the volatile fishy odor compounds called trimethylamine and neutralize them chemically. This is how coastal Chinese families steam fish multiple times a week without their kitchens smelling like a harbor. 38. Reviving wilted greens. Fill a large bowl with ice-cold water and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Submerge wilted lettuce, bok choy, or any leafy green for 10 to 15 minutes. The cold water rehydrates the plant cells, and the vinegar firms up the pectin structure in the cell walls. Your limp, sad salad will look freshly harvested. 37. Perfect poached eggs. Add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to your poaching water. The lower pH causes egg white proteins to coagulate faster, pulling the whites tightly around the yolk instead of exploding into ghostly wisps across the pot. The result is a compact, beautifully shaped poached egg. This is not a secret in Chinese or Western professional kitchens. It is standard practice. 36. Cast iron rust eraser. Make a paste from white vinegar and coarse salt. Apply it to any rust spots on your wok, cast iron pan, or Chinese cleaver and scrub with a rough cloth. The acid dissolves iron oxide. Rust is just iron oxide, while the salt acts as a gentle abrasive. This is how Chinese kitchen tools get passed down through 3 generations still looking sharp. 35. The degreasing final rinse. After washing greasy platters that held braised pork belly or fried dumplings, do a final rinse with 1 part white vinegar to 5 parts water. Vinegar cuts through the invisible grease film that regular dish soap leaves behind on ceramic serving dishes and kills lingering kitchen bacteria. Your dishes come out genuinely clean, not just visually clean. 34. The crispiest potatoes of your life. After cutting potatoes into fry shapes, soak them in cold water with 2 tablespoons of white vinegar for 30 minutes. The vinegar draws out excess surface starch while the cold firms the potato cells. When you fry or bake them, the exterior crisps dramatically because there is almost no residual moisture or surface starch to turn soggy. This is exactly how Chinese street food vendors get that shattering crunch. 33. Onion hands, fixed instantly. Pour a small amount of undiluted white vinegar onto your palms, rub together for 30 seconds, and rinse. The acid neutralizes the sulfur compounds in onion and garlic that survive soap and water. Works faster than stainless steel, better than lemon juice, and Chinese prep cooks who handle garlic and ginger all day have known this for decades. 32. Coffee pot descaler. Run a 50/50ths white vinegar and water mix through your coffee maker. Follow with 2 plain water cycles to rinse. The acetic acid dissolves calcium and limescale deposits that build up from tap water, reduce heating efficiency, and make your coffee taste stale and bitter. Do this monthly, and your machine will reward you. 31. Microwave steam. Clean half a cup of vinegar, half a cup of water, in a microwave-safe bowl. 5 minutes on high. 3 more minutes with the door closed. Open it, and every piece of dried, baked-on food will wipe away with a single damp cloth. No scrubbing. The hot acidic steam does the entire job for you. 30. The cutting board reset. After using your wooden cutting board for garlic, ginger, or raw fish, pour white vinegar directly onto the surface and spread it with a cloth. Leave for 3 minutes, then wipe clean. The acid neutralizes the odor molecules soaked into the wood grain and kills surface bacteria simultaneously. Wooden chopping blocks used daily in Chinese kitchens depend on this. 29. Burnt pot recovery. Cover the burned area with water, add half a cup of white vinegar, and bring it to a boil for 5 minutes. The acidic boiling water chemically breaks down carbonized food particles and lifts them off the metal surface. After cooling, most of the scorched residue will come away with a wooden spoon and a light scrub. No steel will need it. 28. The morning blood sugar hack. In rural Fujian province, drinking 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar diluted in a full glass of warm water has been a morning ritual for generations. The acetic acid slows the rate at which the stomach empties, reducing the speed of blood sugar spikes after meals. Modern research has found modest support for this effect on insulin sensitivity. Always dilute it to protect your tooth enamel. 27. Gloss your hair with acid. After shampooing, pour 2 tablespoons of white vinegar mixed into 1 cup of cool water through your hair. Leave for 2 minutes, then rinse with cold water. Most shampoos are alkaline, which disrupts your scalp's naturally acidic pH and leaves the hair cuticle roughed up and dull. The vinegar corrects that pH and flattens the cuticle, resulting in hair that actually catches the light. Chinese women have done this for centuries. 26. Foot soak that does 3 things at once. Add half a cup of white vinegar to a warm foot basin and soak for 15 to 20 minutes. The vinegar softens calloused skin, makes it easy to remove with a pumice stone, and simultaneously creates an environment hostile to the odor-causing bacteria and fungus that breed between toes. Traditional Chinese wellness practice has treated foot soaking as circulation therapy for centuries. Moisturize immediately after drying. 25. Sunburn relief spray. Equal parts white vinegar and cool water in a spray bottle. Spray directly onto sunburned skin. The coolness provides immediate comfort, and the acetic acid helps restore your skin's disrupted pH, reducing the inflammatory response. This coastal Chinese remedy has been in use for generations in high sun regions. Never use on broken or blistered skin. Follow with aloe vera or moisturizer. 24. Natural pore refiner. 1 part white vinegar, 3 parts water, applied to your face with a cotton pad after cleansing. This functions as a natural toner. It removes residual soap, strips excess oil, and gently lifts dead skin cells while tightening the visible appearance of pores. The mild antimicrobial properties also help prevent breakouts. Chinese skincare has always favored fermented, acidic ingredients for exactly this purpose. Patch test first. 23. Dandruff without medicated shampoo. Mix 2 tablespoons of white vinegar with 2 tablespoons of warm water and massage it directly into your scalp. Leave it for 5 minutes, then shampoo normally. Dandruff is frequently caused by an overgrowth of naturally occurring yeast that thrives in alkaline conditions. The vinegar disrupts that environment. Use twice weekly, and the results come within days. Chinese grandmothers recommended this long before dandruff shampoo was invented. 22. Sore throat gargle. 1 tablespoon of white vinegar in a full glass of warm water. Gargle for 30 seconds twice daily. Do not swallow. The acidic environment reduces bacterial activity in the throat that contributes to inflammation and soreness. This is one of the oldest recorded remedies in Chinese folk medicine, with some real scientific backing as a mild antimicrobial gargle. It will not replace medicine for serious infections, but for a scratchy early-stage throat, it delivers genuine relief. 21. The built-in digestive strategy. Adding a teaspoon of rice vinegar to heavy, fatty meals or drinking it diluted just before eating may support digestion by stimulating digestive enzyme production and improving protein breakdown. This pairing is not accidental in Chinese cuisine. Pickled vegetables, vinegar-dressed cold dishes, and acidic condiments are routinely served alongside pork belly, fried foods, and braised meats as a deliberate digestive counterbalance refined over centuries. 20. Mosquito bite itch, gone in 60 seconds. Apply undiluted white vinegar to a mosquito bite with a cotton ball and hold it there for 1 minute. Mosquito saliva is alkaline, and that alkalinity is what triggers the histamine reaction causing the itch. The acidic vinegar neutralizes it almost instantly. This works best immediately after the bite. People living in humid, mosquito-dense regions of China have used this as a first response remedy for generations, and it is faster than any over-the-counter cream. 19. The Old World Hand Sanitizer. After handling raw meat, soil, or bacteria-rich surfaces, wash with soap and finish with a rinse of undiluted white vinegar before drying. The antimicrobial properties provide an extra layer of pathogen reduction beyond what soap achieves alone. Traditional Chinese herb farmers and rural cooks relied on this method for centuries when commercial sanitizers did not exist. Non-toxic, zero residue, and effective. 18. Toenail fungus fighter. 1 part white vinegar, 2 parts warm water. Soak the affected foot for 30 minutes daily. Fungal growth is suppressed by acidic environments. It is essentially inhospitable to the organisms that cause discoloration and thickening. This folk remedy is deeply embedded in Chinese wellness communities. Consistency is everything. Expect to maintain this daily for several weeks and consult a doctor for persistent or severe cases. 17. The skin softening bath. Add 1 full cup of white vinegar to your bath before getting in. The acetic acid dissolves soap scum sitting on your skin and corrects the alkalinity of tap water, which disrupts your skin's natural pH. After 15 to 20 minutes, your skin will feel noticeably softer and less tight. Traditional Chinese herbal bath rituals have included acidic ingredients for exactly this effect, particularly useful for people with sensitive skin or eczema. 16. Ditch the fabric softener. Add half a cup of white vinegar to your washing machine's rinse cycle instead of commercial fabric softener. It dissolves the alkaline detergent residue left embedded in fabric fibers. That residue is a leading cause of skin irritation, especially for people prone to eczema. Your clothes come out softer, fresher smelling, and far less likely to irritate your skin. No synthetic chemicals, no fragrance. A zero-cost swap the Chinese have been making for decades. 15. Steam therapy for congestion. Boil water, remove from heat, and add 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Drape a towel over your head, lean over the pot at a safe distance, and inhale the warm acidic steam for 5 to 10 minutes. The steam loosens mucus in congested nasal passages and sinuses, delivering genuine immediate breathing relief. Traditional Chinese medicine has used vinegar steam inhalation as a decongestant therapy alongside herbal additions for centuries. 14. Emergency tea stain removal. From teeth, dip your toothbrush in a small amount of undiluted white vinegar. Brush gently for 30 seconds, rinse immediately, then brush again with fluoride toothpaste. The mild acid lifts tea stains and surface discoloration from enamel. Chinese tea drinkers consuming multiple cups of green or black tea daily find this essential between dental appointments. Use no more than once a week and never leave vinegar on teeth for extended periods to avoid enamel erosion. 13. The glass and mirror formula. Equal parts white vinegar and distilled water in a spray bottle. Spray onto glass and wipe immediately with crumpled newspaper or a lint-free microfiber cloth. The acetic acid dissolves mineral deposits, soap film, and fingerprint oils more effectively than commercial glass cleaners, which often leave a residue that causes the very streaking they claim to prevent. Traditional tea house staff in China kept decorative glass panels flawless with this exact solution. 12. Bringing dead tools back to life. Submerge rusty scissors, kitchen tools, or an old cleaver in undiluted white vinegar for 8 to 12 hours. The prolonged acid exposure chemically dissolves iron oxide directly from the metal. Scrub, rinse, dry immediately and thoroughly, then coat with mineral oil to prevent re-rusting. This method restores heavily rusted tools to full functionality. No grinding, no harsh chemical rust removers, and no damage to the metal underneath. 11. weed killer that does not poison the earth. Pour undiluted white vinegar directly onto weeds growing through patio cracks or pavement. For stubborn weeds, mix with a tablespoon of dish soap to help it cling to leaves and apply on a hot sunny day. The acid desiccates the plant cells and kills above-ground growth within hours. Non-toxic, cheap, and effective. Just apply carefully. It kills any plant it touches, desired or not. 10. Cut flowers that last days longer. Add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar and 1 teaspoon of white sugar to your vase water. Change the water every 2 days with a fresh dose. The vinegar lowers the water's pH, suppressing the bacterial and fungal growth that rots stems and clouds the water. The sugar feeds the flowers. This combination extends the life of cut flowers by several days over plain water. Chinese floral culture has always placed enormous value on keeping arrangements vibrant. 9. The sink clog buster. Half a cup of baking soda down the drain, immediately followed by 1 cup of white vinegar. The vigorous carbon dioxide reaction physically agitates and loosens the grease, soap, and debris packed inside the pipe. Wait 10 minutes, then flush with a full kettle of boiling water. Safe for all pipe types, unlike caustic commercial drain cleaners that gradually degrade your plumbing while solving your immediate problem. 8. Sweat stain destroyer. Mix 2 parts white vinegar with 1 part baking soda into a thick paste. Apply directly to yellow sweat stains on shirt collars and underarms. Leave for 30 minutes, scrub gently, and wash normally. The vinegar breaks down the protein and salt compounds in sweat stains while the baking soda provides mild abrasion. More effective on this specific type of stain than most commercial laundry pretreatments. Completely safe for cotton. 7. The fridge odor eliminator. Place an open bowl of white vinegar on your fridge's middle shelf overnight. The acetic acid molecules actively absorb and chemically neutralize odor compounds from leftovers, strong cheeses, and fermented items in the air around them. Replace weekly. This outperforms baking soda significantly, and in Chinese households that store intensely flavored items, preserved tofu, salted fish, fermented vegetables, this is not optional. It is routine. 6. Scissor resurrection. Fold aluminum foil into multiple layers and cut through it repeatedly to realign the blades. Then wipe the blades with white vinegar-soaked cloth. The vinegar dissolves the adhesive residue, oxidation, and built-up grime that makes scissors drag and snag. Kitchen scissors that regularly cut through packaging, tape, herbs, and food accumulate this invisible buildup fast. One treatment restores their action completely. 5. Pet odor, permanently neutralized. Mix 1 cup of white vinegar with 2 cups of water in a spray bottle. Spray onto sofas, pet beds, and rugs where pet odors concentrate. Allow to air dry completely. The vinegar neutralizes the alkaline compounds in pet urine and saliva responsible for that persistent, embedded smell. Once dry, the vinegar scent itself disappears entirely, leaving the fabric genuinely odor-free, not masked, not covered. Neutralized. Safe for most pets and children. 4. The shoe deodorizer that works. Lightly spray the inside of smelly shoes with undiluted white vinegar. Let them dry in open air, in sunlight if possible. The vinegar kills the odor-producing bacteria breeding in the warm, moist shoe interior. Once the shoe is completely dry, every trace of vinegar scent has vanished. For extreme cases, repeat for 3 consecutive days. Works on canvas, leather, and synthetic materials. Cheaper, gentler, and more effective than anything sold as a shoe deodorizer. 3. Window track deep clean. Pour undiluted white vinegar directly into your window tracks. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Scrub with an old toothbrush. Wipe clean. Tracks untouched for years, packed with black grime, dust, and mold, come out looking brand new. This is one of the most satisfying cleaning results you will ever produce from something that costs almost nothing. 2. Sticky residue, gone without scratching. Press a cloth soaked in undiluted white vinegar firmly onto any sticky price tag residue for 2 minutes. The acetic acid dissolves the adhesive polymer in the glue, allowing it to be rubbed away cleanly with 0 scratching. Works on ceramic, glass, and metal. Leaves no chemical residue. Critical for surfaces that will contact food. 1. The 2-ingredient metal polish that outperforms everything. Mix equal parts white vinegar and table salt into a thin paste. Apply to copper pots, brass handles, or bronze ornaments with a soft cloth in small circular motions. The acid dissolves copper oxide tarnish instantly. The salt provides the mechanical abrasion to buff it away simultaneously. Rinse with warm water and dry immediately. Chinese family heirlooms in brass and copper have been restored with these two ingredients for generations. No commercial metal polish consistently produces results this clean, this fast, this cheaply. That is all 43. The bottle has been sitting in your kitchen this entire time. Now you know what it can actually do.